I think I got rid of the garlic.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. You march on into Thornwood. It's late afternoon. The sky is a brilliant orange and red color.
Are we stopped at the gate?
You are waved through with your
open?
tiger corpse. The guards recognize you well enough by this point in time.
Yes. I'm imagining riding up majestically atop. God, I need a name for it. It's not Casper the friendly ghost. Casper the friendly ghost horse? No.
Jasper, the friendly ghost?
Jasper the friendly ghost. Casper was Neil's pet cat. Neil's family.
Look,
cat,
it was the family's pet.
In case chat didn't get the reference.
Yeah.
But now I can't get that out of my head as the horse name.
Casper died recently, by the way, Ryan.
Oh, R.I.P. Casper.
Yeah, Casper died.
I feels you, man.
Whatever.
Zippy passed away sometime last year.
Yeah.
My main kitty.
Yeah, I was never connected to Casper. He and I did not get along.
No, yeah,
we lived in the same
you were
place.
You were arch nemesis for a number of years, though. It's gotta still mean something. Someone in chat suggested something with Wraithwind. Yeah, there just popped up. I don't know if that was the original guy.
That's a good name.
Heiser in chat. I don't know if he was the first guy because I saw someone say Wraithwind earlier. I think we'll go with Wraithwind. I guess it hasn't been officially announced in game yet, but fuck it, it's canon. That sounds sweet. Wraithwind, the Phantom Steed.
Love it.
Just like everyone else's Phantom Steeds, except yeah.
So you move on in the gate. The guard recognizes you.
Through the gate, and then I've got that. There's that peasant that I hired with an ox cart with a giant dead tiger.
Yep.
And I think I've got I got my ever glowing bronze staff, coiled serpent of Misty Rapids, and we parade right up to the keep with this offering. I don't know. We'll call it an offering for the Countess.
You're gonna give
Pay for my room for once. Yeah, I mean, I killed it in her woods, right?
Yep. All right.
It's technically her property, right? Well, maybe it's depends where
Yeah.
Depends where I actually. I think it was on the path. It didn't attack me on the path along the Russian River.
Russian River.
Rushing River.
Oh, is that actually what it's called?
It is called the Rushing River.
It is called the Rushing River. Wow, look at that.
The Russian River is a river in California.
Yeah.
Near where Neil would be streaming if they had internet up there.
Oh man, this place is gorgeous.
I feel like this campaign setting is your twisted. This is where you wish you could live, right? This is of all the.
I like the modern world a lot, guy.
Yeah, okay. Then why are you naming your life after her?
Rushing River, is that the only thing though? That's right. That's like the only thing that comes close.
I feel like Misty Rapids is. I don't know.
Limekiln Creek.
No. Anyways, back into game at the keep. At Thornwood's keep.
The guards let you in. They help you unload the body. They dismiss the woman and her cart and her small child.
Who is called? So Styx, I believe, went into retirement after our expedition. Who is taking this place? Is there anyone? Does someone come out to
the ranger?
Yeah.
You have not heard who the new ranger is.
Well, so what happens when I present this tiger to the Countess?
So there's a couple of guards who help take the tiger away to. Well, I guess someone goes to fetch the Countess so you can present it down in the courtyard. You're not going to bring the tiger up into her audience chamber, right?
This is that same day, correct?
Right.
No, I don't bring it to the audience chamber. I assume it is left in the back of the cart until like the new court hunt ranger, if there is one, shows up and like.
The ranger doesn't show up, but Countess Castilian shows up herself.
Directly. Okay.
She comes down.
Okay. Okay. I dismount as would be customary, I assume.
Sure.
Yeah.
She sees someone had gone to get her, and she sees what you have brought her. This ferocious tiger.
And I bow
Slain.
deeply, and I yeah.
Carl, what a surprise! And you have brought a gift this time.
Yes, milady, I caught this fearsome beast in your wood, so I only thought it fitting to present it to your highness. Is Highness an appropriate term for a countess? Can I roll an etiquette check to know the appropriate term?
Please do.
Your D 18. No, I call her Your Highness.
Right.
Inappropriately.
Well, it seems that we have managed to civilize the wild beast after all.
Is this a known trouble?
How good of you to bring it to its knees, Carl. I will have one of my tailors stuff it, or one of my taxidermists stuff it and mount it on a wall. Would you like to come in? We are about to have supper. I'm sure there is enough for you as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. So I follow her into the keep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking when to quaff my potion of glibness. And I'm having that thought as I'm like walking through the threshold of the keep. Like, do I slip it now? Do I want to be smooth now, or do I wait for a later moment? Is it dinner time right now? I think a potion lasts for 2d6 turns or something like that.
Let's take a look.
There is some default duration that I should know.
Yeah. Potion of duration is.
It's not in the individual.
D4
it's
plus 4 turns, unless stated otherwise.
2d4, you said?
D4 plus 4.
D4 plus 4 turns. So we're talking on average like an hour.
Yeah.
Is it, what time of day is it? So it's not.
It's after sundown, or it's late afternoon. It's evening at this point.
Okay. All right. Do I drink it before dinner or during dinner? What am I supposed to be reading, chat? I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know what you want, chat. I want to drink it. I think during. I'll hold off. I'll try. I think I'll be able to find a way to slip some potions around during dinner. Well, let me feel the situation out first. I wish I had memorized like an ESP spell or something.
This spell's reverse undetectable lie prevents magical detection of lies spoken by the creature for 24 hours. So it doesn't.
24? It's I wouldn't.
That's what the spell does.
Oh no. Okay, but a potion duration is not the same as a spell unless it's.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread something. Okay. This potion enables the imbiber to speak fluently, even tell lies, smoothly, believably, and undetectably. Magical investigations, such as the 4th level priest spell Detect Lie, will not give the usual result, but will give something minor, stretching the truth might be occurring.
So it could actually even, it would be undetectable to the Ring of True Seeing. I think I got this before I encountered Truth Seer, but if anyone were to use that ring on me again, I think a potion of glibness would actually counter that.
Probably.
But I also feel like it would probably make you supernaturally smooth and likable over a dinner conversation. Mm-hmm. But at least a politically charged one. But we'll feel it out. So where am I led? Is everyone already in the Great Hall? Or?
Yeah. Well, you have a few moments before you get there. But you are being invited to supper. It's going to start in like 15, 20 minutes or so.
Okay, so then I do have time to get cleaned off and sacrifice my phantom steed Wraithwind to the, I don't know. to our dark gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's got to be a more subtle way of destroying a phantom steed than chopping its head off with a scimitar. But
you could just let it dissolve and fizzle on its own.
Yeah, that seems more sensible. Okay, so I have some time. I've got there's a room upstairs that I've been staying in. Is that?
Yes, you have a room to stay in.
What floor am I? I would like to. What is the language? Give me a second to get my language correct. Familiarize myself with this room if I haven't already started to. I mean, I've spent a few nights in here, right? But I would like to make a concerted effort to. Yeah.
You want to familiarize yourself with it via.
Yeah, and basically every location that I visit from now on. But I mean, but here, so when I've got time in a location, Okay.
Take some time. Really get used to this
as
room.
A rule. But right now, in this room, I will spend a few minutes sort of.
This is probably actually a different room than you've stayed in before. There's a bunch of spare guest rooms, and they'll.
Okay, and how many floors is this?
You're on the second floor.
Okay. And Randall has his own tower, right?
Yes, he does.
On the other side of so I'm in the middle of the building, and then there's Randall's tower on one end, and the Countess. Is there another? Does the Countess have a tower?
No, there's one tower that's just kind of been built for Randall.
Okay. Is it the tallest part of the keep?
Yes, it is.
How many floors up does it?
I think it goes.
I mean, can I peek out a window and see this stuff?
If I'm not mistaken, the keep is 2 stories. Randall's tower starts on the 2nd story and then goes up for another 2 stories beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you get brought. I should get brought in eventually to dinner.
Okay. Yeah.
And at this dinner, there are quite a few lords and ladies about.
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be some sort of social event going on, although you don't quite pick up on what it is at first. Excuse me. Erica is here as well. Kel Erica. Kel Larkon, I think is her last name. She is here, seated beside the Countess.
Does she wear her armor to dinner?
No.
No. And she's got some absurd magical weapon of war, doesn't she? Like a halberd or something? Am I thinking of the same person?
She has no. She's got a spear.
A spear, okay.
Yeah.
Which she does, but she doesn't bring that to dinner.
No.
But some legendary spear that.
No, she doesn't bring her. No, she does bring her spear with her to dinner. It's comfortably resting nearby. She doesn't bring her armor and she doesn't bring her shield, but she does keep her spear on her.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Was she involved in you said it was some kind of special occasion?
Well, that's what it seems to be. There's a surprising number of lords and ladies here, more than you'd expect at a general dinner party. It's maybe 20 people strong. You're seated fairly far away from the Countess.
Mm-hmm.
And Randall is seated next to you, probably so the two of you have someone to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've tucked my Yeah, I think I tucked my scepter away at some point. My staff.
Oh, right. Okay.
Don't need to be drawing any more attention to myself. Yeah, in a deep pocket. Okay. Next to Randall. Yeah.
Is there anything in particular you'd like to do here, or we can just skip over dinner?
I'm not sure if I want. Is there anything I want to do over dinner? No, I probably just catch up with Randall.
Okay.
I'll tell him about how I learned how I can time my blinks now.
You guys have
and how I murdered the fuck out of that tiger.
Or you guys have a good conversation. And eventually dinner finishes up, and you go back to your room, and we just head on to the next day. there something you want to do that night?
I'm still not totally sure if I want to skip over dinner. Got plans that I need to set into motion, but it's Where's the library that we used to scroll? That's not in the tower, is it? That's somewhere
library
out in
that
town.
was made by Annabelle Redshield.
Yes.
That's in town.
Wherever that desk with the scrying paper is.
Oh, the one that.
That's in the library, correct? Down in town.
Yes, that's in the library downtown.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we can pass. Well. No, it's not time. It's not time. We'll pass through that dinner, but I may be back here for another occasion later. We'll see. In good time.
Okay.
So
all right. We'll pass the dinner.
Do I ever find out what the special occasion was?
Only if you make an effort to figure it out.
Okay. So can you give me a hint as to whether I would have? I mean, I was sitting at this dinner for however long. I assume I would have figured out what the occasion was aside from me killing a tiger. So yeah, I guess I would have. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. There is it seems to be a gathering to discuss the merging of some of the noble houses. None of the big ones, none of the ones that own any towns or villages, major towns.
So just all the inbred city folk.
Yeah.
Inbred city nobles are getting. Did someone get married, or did?
No. They're discussing about marrying their children off to one another.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Totally not interested.
Totally not interested.
Yeah. Nothing unless anything perked my ears about Red Shield conspiracies or anything like that. I probably, Randall and I shot the shit.
Yeah. That's why you got sat at the other end of the table. They understood that you probably didn't want anything to do with it.
And I think as soon as dinner is over, I'll teleport home. Why the fuck not? Right? I don't think I'll sleep in this bedroom, which I guess
so you're given a bedroom.
Yeah.
And you walk
and
into
I think
the bedroom.
I'm hanging out in there, and I'm like, I need to get back to the lab. This.
Boom. Teleport yourself back to the lab. Right, Ryan.
Yeah, let's whip out the dice. So I teleport myself to my study, which I assume I'm very familiar with, right?
Yes. So.
Yeah, I'm not even.
Give me a D100.
Yeah, I'm not even. I can. There are certainly precautions I can take, but I think with the location that I'm very familiar with, the risks are insignificant. I'll just roll 31. I'm fine.
You're fine.
One thing that I would like to, or that I would consider luring, is doing a gaseous form prior to, or wraith form prior to teleporting, and if that would mitigate the risks of teleporting into a barrel or something like that, like if you, or into I don't think it probably wouldn't save you if, I don't know, we can lure that another time. For now, I teleport safely into my study closet.
We'll talk about that another time. That has some interesting...
And get some,
anyway, you teleport just fine. You are back in your study. It is the same day, the same time. You are just on the other side of the map.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Trying to think if we want to do studies now. I mean, so I get some rest, and then I guess it might be back to the bookkeeping for old Georg. I mean, I am level 9. We can't just totally breeze over some of those benefits, at least, or at least earmark them for later. So should I So I can now brew I can now brew potions. Do we ever figure out how many recipes I get? I don't necessarily want to brew them now. I don't know. So there's that, and we also do have some walls of iron to conjure. I think I'll need to. Yeah. So I guess we'll go to at least go to the next day and figure out my work plan.
Okay.
What are we? Yeah. Let's see. Wall of iron. A small piece of sheet iron. I assume that will take some kind of procuring. Probably a trip to Misty Rapids. I probably could have done it in Thornwood, huh? In fact, I still can. I could just teleport right back to Thornwood and take care of this.
The next day, you can teleport back to Thornwood.
Yeah. I think I want to research that whole bit about the wraith form, though. Like if I wraith form, if I teleport as a wraith and I teleport like into the earth? Is the being insubstantial save you from that?
No, because there's still no place. Like you're in wraith form, think of it like you're mist. You're lots of little different water particles all kind of spread about. So if you teleport into solid something, you're still dead. Yeah. Now, if you teleport into something that has solid and non-solid, like if you teleport into like a set of bars.
Yeah. Or like if a room had been rearranged since you'd been there and you accidentally teleported or if you were only vaguely familiar with it and like someone had moved some furniture around and you teleported.
Right, and there was a desk or a chair there.
Yeah. You could ignore those clipping artifacts. And are those a thing? Like if I accidentally teleport into a room that like had a bed moved and
you teleport it into the bed, you would be dead.
That's how you'd rule that?
Yes. So
it may be important to wraith form before teleporting.
Yes.
Good to know. And just to be clear, you can't teleport. You have to teleport onto a surface. Right. So you can mistakenly teleport into the air, but you have to always choose your target destination as a solid surface. You can't fly teleport. Although Featherfall is nice if you're doing a risky teleport. Right, because then if you go high, you won't die.
Right. Featherfall's a good idea.
If it's a place you've never seen, you've got a 32% chance to teleport high, and the distance is a maximum 320 feet. So you could fall to your death pretty easily if you teleport like an idiot.
So I'm still not convinced about the wraith forming into like a chair. I'd like to hear some arguments for that. Well, to me, it sounds like part of you still trapped in the chair, even if you're in a wraith form.
If you're in substantial, you can't go through solid objects, but you can go through cracks and things.
Yeah. Because you're malleable like
air.
You
need to go down to I don't know, arguments about most of the matter in the chair is really just empty space.
No, because that doesn't.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like it sounds like wraith form and teleport isn't really that important.
Yeah, I don't think they'd help it. What do you call it? Featherfall is a good one to do.
Yeah. It doesn't. No destination. Wizard can. A low result means instant death if the area into which he teleports is solid.
Yeah.
Wizard can't teleport to empty space. Substantial surface must be there. Wooden floor, stone floor, natural ground, etc. Areas of strong physical or magical energies may make teleportation more hazardous or even impossible. So so how would you calculate that in practice? If I wind up teleporting into a floor below, what's the probability that you land on the ground versus is it just up to the GM's discretion at that point?
Yeah. I would do my best to make logic the prevailing thing. So, let's say you wanted to teleport into the second story of a castle and you ended up falling below. I would say generally castles are, you got a foot of stone and then 9-foot ceilings, or even higher than 9-foot ceilings, perhaps. So I would say you'd probably just land in the air and fall down. But if you tried to teleport into maybe like an inn and there was a basement of the inn, I don't necessarily think the basement of the inn would be 9 feet with a foot of stone. I think that's probably like a normal 7-foot ceiling with maybe a half foot or maybe a full foot of stone. So your ankles would probably be stuck in the rock and then you die.
Do you die if your ankles get stuck like that?
Yeah.
What
Even
if
minor clipping kills you.
Okay, this is like okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Teleporting, dangerous business.
Very.
Okay. I have iron in my own forge, or is that something I have to send for? Like
Probably have a little bit of iron on hand. You could probably enough to make the sheet.
Okay. And then I can make and then I can use that sheet to summon a permanent wall of iron to make more sheets. So the next morning, I think instead of teleport, I'll memorize wall of iron, and I'll pound out a sheet of iron and cast my first wall.
Where are you going to cast your first wall of iron? I'm so excited.
Do I keep this secret? Well, let's see how big it is first. If it's super huge, I don't think I'll cast it in Misty Rapids. But if it's conservative, I may just like have a giant sheet. Like I may conjure it into the forge and start using it as building material.
So someone did some math earlier today. I think you get a 2 1/4 inch thick sheet of metal that is also 135 square feet.
Yeah, it's 15 square feet per experience level. I probably won't be doing any demonic sacrifices to summon my iron, although that might be way more metal. If you use souls to conjure your iron tower. Yeah, I think that's a thing that probably is going to have to happen.
Start taking souls to make these giant
soul forged iron, and we'll arc weld it together with lightning bolts. And yeah, we've got some work to do in the Soggy Hills. So I need to make arrangements for Jebib to, yeah. So let me double. Sorry, I got very excited. So 320 square. That's
no, 135 square feet. No, wait, yeah, hold on.
It's 15 square feet per level. Let's calculate at my level for now. So 135 square feet. So that's a 10-foot. Okay, so that's not actually that big.
Is it? It's. Okay, but it's 15 square feet per level and 1/4 inch per level, right?
Oh, wait.
No? Did I get this wrong? No. It is only 130.
Yeah. And then you can make it half the thickness to be twice as big.
Right.
What's half? What is the thickness?
The thickness is 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch, and then you can do an 1/8 inch.
Half. Okay. Yeah, so you can keep having the thickness to double the area.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do. Okay, so that's not even that big. So that's a 10 by.
Hold on, there might be an error on. Someone claims that there's an error in the page in the spell.
There usually is. There usually is. I've got Purple Worm up here.
Yeah, it's page 220 of the player's handbook. Let's double check this stuff.
Yeah, it's 15 square feet per level. So for me, that's like if I'm doing 10-foot wall tall, that's a lot of. I mean, yeah, it's 10 feet by 13.5 feet, unless I do it half as thin. And I may even want to go thicker. I don't know how thick of iron you need to keep other witchcraft out, like scrying and stuff, and detect magic and blah blah blah. How much? Yeah, a 1/4 inch is not even.
Okay, so it's a 1/2 inch thick per level of experience of the spellcaster. The wizard is able to create an iron wall up to 15 square feet per experience level. Thus, the 12th level wizard can create a wall of iron with an area of 180 square feet. But it doesn't. It seems weird that it would be the area and the thickness are by level. You know?
Well, 2E is weird. I like chat. It looks like Brandon and Omega and chat are talking. A couple. They're talking about that it's pure iron. I mean, this is an evocation spell, so just conjured into existence. So my interpretation was the same: is that it'd be pure iron, pure metallic iron, not steel or something like that. Yeah. So I would think it would be. It would have just. I think it would be just a 10. In my case, a 10 by 13.5 foot, 1/4 inch thick. God, I hate Imperial system.
Isn't it fun?
Just crystal of iron, of metallic iron, BCC iron.
Iron doesn't come in crystals, Ryan.
What are you talking about? Yeah, but
trying to piss you off.
That's how it usually comes. Well, I don't know, actually. Anyway.
1/2 inch thick per level of the.
So, yeah. So I think the first time I cast it is for building materials, because that's not actually that much. That's basically just that's basically like it's a wall of iron. It's just like what it says.
It's a wall of iron.
It's a wall of iron, and I think I conjure that like in the back of my forge, like the way it falls over, right? Is that's a thing?
50% chance to
vertically resting on a flat surface so that it can be tipped over. But you can also bury it in the ground, right?
Yeah, but I think you can also lay it flat. I think you can have it come in at any angle you want.
Can you? Like, can you come in at like a 45-degree angle?
I think so. Yeah, if the caster desires, the wall can be placed vertically resting on a flat surface so that it can be tipped over. So I think you can make it come in at whatever.
I mean, okay. So I think this morning I do a test wall of iron in the back of the forge.
All right, so so it is 4.5 inches.
And I think
thick.
so. I think I'll just like replace, or I'll lean it up against the back wall of the forge. I mean, because it's just like a 10 by 13 foot slab of sheet iron.
Yes.
For reasons.
10 feet tall, 13 feet long, 2.5 inches thick. No, 4.5 inches thick.
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of iron.
Mm-hmm. I can't make it just like an arbitrary cube. I mean, that's why there's the thickness bit. Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's a 1/4 inch per experience level.
1/2 inch per experience level.
1/4 inch per experience level.
The player's handbook says 1/2 inch.
Really? Does
the purple worm say 1/4?
Yeah.
Do you have a player's handbook on hand?
I don't.
It's hard copy?
Seattle. I already moved it to Seattle. It's not. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, so that's 4.5 inches thick.
Yeah, that's very thick.
Dang, that's gonna be tough to get pieces out of.
Yes.
But it will probably oxidize quickly, so I can probably like get through it with chemicals and shit in my laboratory.
Yeah, so this is the thing about the wall of iron. Is everyone's talking about how you've got all this iron, it's so useful, but at the same time, it's a huge slab of iron.
It'll take Garrick some time, but he'll industrialize this operation.
I think probably the better way to do it is to make it really, really thin and long. Make like a giant.
Well, you've only got 2 thickness options. I can either do 4.5 inches or half of that.
Well, you can't. Can't you just keep having its thickness?
No.
Infinitely.
Not with the spell.
No.
You could invent like modern, like metallurgy technique, like where you can like roll it out and stuff to. Like,
the wizard can double the wall's area by having its thickness. I would take that to mean you could also quadruple its area by quartering its thickness.
What? And then go on ad infinitum until you've got iron foil.
Yeah, you could probably make a giant sheet of iron. Oh my god, you could cover the whole length.
Yeah,
it would still have to be within the area of effect, I think. Shit, no.
I don't think that's a feature of the spell. I think you can either do 4.5 inches or half that.
Okay.
At my level. Okay. Cool. Well, oh, I've got that big. Didn't I dig a weird pit in the backyard or something?
To put a unicorn in.
Yeah. Can I summon? I want to summon the iron. I'm gonna start setting up an iron shed back there where the unicorn was, or use this as the first piece of that. And we'll also use it to test my plans for world domination via controlling the iron market.
I lied about the angle. I didn't read the whole spell. It has to be vertical. Yeah. That's the first sentence.
Yeah.
Of
So
if
I'm going to build a tower with this stuff, I'm going to have to like set up bracings or whatever, so that it stays vertical.
The wall inserts itself into any surrounding non-living material if the area is sufficient to do so. So I think it can like sink itself into the earth, or if you made like a brick way around, it would.
It will require engineering, and then I'll probably need to see if I can like arc weld with a lightning bolt spell.
It will fuse itself to another section of wall.
Oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm. You don't need to arc weld.
Just wizard shit.
Yeah. And then one person will come along and dispel magic your entire wizard tower.
Does it just disappear if it?
If dispel magic is successful, it's gone.
Ooh, that's you. Oh, then that ruins my teleportation plans. How can I turn it into? My teleportation room will have to be. Well, we'll see. I can still ruin the economy.
Once you figure out how to break this wall down into steel bits, though, or iron bits, you won't need any more walls. You'll just have one. You'll just have a giant pit of iron coins, and you'll be set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think we'll go into potion research this session.
No. So do you summon an iron wall behind the forge in the backyard? Well, I shouldn't say the backyard, but behind the forge in the.
Yeah, it buried some ways into the I probably do it rotated, so it's 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and 3.5 feet underground. 3.5 on one of the directions, and I'll start working with that. So I think it's just I basically replace. Well, I don't know if there was that weird like. But didn't I say I was doing an addition or something like that? I was like there was the unicorn pit that we excavated, and Jebub had been digging it out.
I don't remember anything about an expansion.
Well, you are now. I've just seen the first 10-foot wall segment of it.
All right. 10 feet long, 13.5 feet long, 10 feet tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I do want to re-roll at least on Unseen Servant. I can't remember if there are can chat remember if there are any other spells that I failed that I wanted another try at. Here's my Unseen Servant roll. 46 is a pass. So I do learn Unseen Servant. Good old first level spell, but it helps out around the house. It's taken me so long to find Jebub, but Unseen Servant would have been a way more efficient route too. Can we get some background? Oh, I guess we're about ready for a break, aren't we?
Yeah, we're about break time. So why don't we take a break just a tad early, and when we come back from break, we'll figure out how Georg is going to talk to Baron Song about this. By the way, there's like a 10,000 GP wall of iron sitting back here.
I just made him the richest barony in the kingdom. What's he gonna?
We'll figure out the weight of this wall during break, and we can convert that to weight of coinage, which then we can convert to everything else. So see you guys in a few minutes. Bye bye.